Good afternoon and welcome to CBC TV Midday News. The headlines. Zambia NGO Wash Forum warns a budget shortfall threatens universal access goals. Senior Chief Muchinda sanctions land title verification in his chiefdom. Hambaba to lead Zambian officials in FIFA World Cup qualifier. To read the news in detail, I'm Chansa Marimbo. Senior Chief Muchinda Welala III of Serenje District, Central Province, has directed all individuals holding title deeds and documents of occupancy for land and mines in his chiefdom to submit copies of their documents along with consents from the chief for verification. This directive follows several meetings with stakeholders, including the Serenje District Commissioner, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Lands, Zambia National Farmers Union, and the Serenje Town Council. The chief has given a 14-day ultimatum for the submission of documents through Chairman Raphael Lesa and Chiefdom Secretary Elwid Katioka. The chief's directive is aimed at addressing the issue of land grabbing and unfair displacement of locals by some investors. According to Chief Muchinda, numerous reports and complaints have been brought before his traditional court, highlighting the need for a land audit to ensure that all land holdings are lawful and compliant with the constitutional laws of Zambia. He noted that many farmers and miners have acquired title deeds and licenses within the chiefdom without written consents, which is unlawful and illegal. The chief has warned that failure to submit consents may result in legal redress, including the cancellation of title deeds lacking written consent and the return of land to the chiefdom. Chairman of the Trust Committee, Raphael Lesa, has noted that most occupants who have displaced locals do not possess consents. The chief thanked in advance those who would respond positively and adequately to the directive. More in this report.
I Kundatsenga, Senior Chief Muchinda of Muchinda Chiefdom, Kankomba Welala III, wish to inform all the people who have title deeds and documents of occupants to the land and the mines in Muchinda Chiefdom to submit copies of the title deeds with consents from the chief for verification through my chairman of the Trust Committee and Chiefdom Secretary Mr. Raphael Lesa and Mr. Elwid Katioka within 14 days. Furthermore, without submission of these consents from the chief, pursuant to Section 3 of the Lands Act Chapter 184 of the laws of Zambia, you leave us no room but to seek legal means. This ultimatum comes after several meetings held with the District Commissioner, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Lands, Zambia Farmers Union, Serenje Council. During the meetings, the chiefdom management has been having correspondences over a number of issues which have been developmental in nature and other challenges facing the subjects concerning land grabbing.
I, Raphael Lesa, the chairman for Senior Chief Kankomba Welala, Senior Chief Muchinda. I'm doing my submission on the findings on the land audit that we have been doing in Senior Chief Muchinda's chiefdom. Looking at the assignment that we have been given to see a number of issues that have been affecting the chiefdom concerning the land grabbing, illegal mining. Today I'm giving that report to the Senior Chief, looking at what is on the ground. And with my findings as the chairman, we have seen that 3/4 of the land that has been grabbed and been on title has been obtained without the chief's consent.
The Zambia NGO Wash Forum has analyzed the 2026 national budget and noted that the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation has been allocated 2.69 billion kwacha, marking a 9.4% increase from 2025. However, the sector's share of the broader budget has decreased to 1.6%, down from 1.13% in 2025, and remains below the 8th National Development Plan's benchmark of 3.5% for annual wash sector investment. The forum's coordinator, Bubala Mumba, emphasized that safe drinking water and sanitation are fundamental human rights recognized by Zambia's national policy and international law. She stressed that failure to adequately invest in equitable wash services undermines the statement's obligation to progressively realize these rights for all, especially for the rural and urban poor. A rights-based approach demands that sector strategies prioritize dignity, equity, and inclusion. The forum has proposed several critical recommendations to reposition the sector, including a robust monitoring and evaluation system, safeguarding the financial sustainability of commercial utilities, and prioritizing sanitation as a public health and human rights priority. Other recommendations include a strategic shift from capital investments biased towards recurrent spending on maintenance and efficiency, and gender-responsive budgeting to ensure investments close gender gaps and effectively address the needs of women and girls. The government has assured China Railway Construction Corporation Limited, CRCC, of its support in the revitalization process of the Tazara Railway. A joint agreement was signed yesterday by the Zambia, Tanzania, and China to revitalize the Tanzania-Zambia Railway Authority infrastructure at a cost of $1.4 billion. The project will include rehabilitation of the track, maintenance of the existing line, and purchase of new locomotives, passenger coaches, and wagons. Minister of Transport and Logistics Museba Frank Tayali has assured the CRCC of the government's commitment to supporting the project. CRCC Chairman Doug Hagen revealed the plans to develop industrial parks along the Tazara corridor and expressed interest in investing in other projects. The government has commended CRCC for pledging to use a local labor force and maintain a green construction model during the process. Minister of Agriculture Ruben Mutolo Piwi has issued a firm directive to safeguard Zambia's bumper maize harvest of 3.7 million metric tons for the 2024-2025 farming season. Honorable Piwi made the call during a tour of Food Reserve Agency depots in Chinsali District, Muchinga Province, emphasizing the importance of protecting the nation's food reserve. The minister commended FRA officers for their dedication to storing grain in an orderly and secure manner, but warned that vigilance is key as the rainy season approaches. He said the harvest represents the sweat of the hard-working farmers, the resilience of rural communities, and the hope of the nation, adding that if protected diligently, it will feed our children, stabilize our markets, and position Zambia as a food-secure nation. The minister has instructed FRA staff to relocate maize from vulnerable depots to safer facilities without delay, ensuring the harvest safety for today and future generations. We take a set of commercials. On the other side, meet me with sports and international news.
Hello Zambia, are you ready for something big, something uplifting, something exciting, and something that will bring together the voices of God's people like never before? Well, CBC TV is proud to present to you the Battle of the Choirs Christian Edition, right here on Top Star Channel 121.
Yes, iwe isi competition chabe nkani yopemperesa mawa mulungu mkuimba, the platform to celebrate gospel music kubwinizana iwe and the incredible talent in our churches and communities across the nation. Ero futi chokondolesa imwe, the winning choir will walk away with a grand prize of 100,000 kwacha. Yes, iwe chizale muli iwe 1,000 grudas muli iwe chikwaya atibwanja.
Our objectives are clear: to glorify God through song, to empower choirs with exposure and opportunities, to inspire Zambia with music that heals and transforms lives. Entries are now open. Registration fee is only 500 kwacha per choir.
Auditions will be held in different areas in Lusaka, and your choir could be the one to rise to the top. Crowned Zambia's best live on CBC TV.
So choirs, gather your voices, tune your hearts, and step into your moment. This is your time to shine, your time to minister, and your time to win.
For more information and registration details, contact us on the cell phone number 0974578988 or visit us at plot number N4, Zambezi Road, Minwood, Ibex. Battle of the Choirs, Christian Edition. Let everything that has breath praise the Lord.
Let everything that has breath praise the Lord.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the news. Zambia's Hilary Hambaba will lead a quartet of officials in the Group F FIFA World Cup qualifier between Burundi and Kenya. According to FIFA's appointment circular, Hambaba will take charge at the center, while Make Zulu, Triwell Nyirenda, and Chansa Chola will serve as first, second, and fourth officials. The match is set for Bujumbura on October 9th as African qualifiers enter match day 9 with key group clashes across the continent. In international news, we monitor the BBC.
President Trump has declared that peace in the Middle East is beyond very close as he presented a new plan to end the war in Gaza in the presence of the Israeli Prime Minister. Benjamin Netanyahu said he supported the scheme, with both men saying Hamas must also do so, or Israel would finish its offensive. Hamas says it's studying the plan which demands it disarms and stops governing Gaza, and this may be hard to accept. The deal envisages governance being taken up by a committee of Palestinian technocrats, supervised by an international body headed by Mr. Trump, and later a possible Palestinian state. 8 Arab and Muslim nations have also jointly welcomed the proposal, as has Britain, France, Italy and the European Union. Our North America correspondent Peter Bowes reports.
President Trump, are you confident, sir, there'll be peace in Gaza anytime soon?
I am. Very confident.
There was no hiding President Trump's excitement, a potential breakthrough in the long elusive search for peace in Gaza.
So this is a big day, a beautiful day, potentially one of the great days ever in civilization.
I believe that today we're taking a critical step towards both ending the war in Gaza and setting the stage for dramatically advancing peace in the Middle East. And I think beyond the Middle East, in very important Muslim countries.
Benjamin Netanyahu on board and seemingly equally optimistic. The two leaders said they'd agreed on a 20-point plan for a ceasefire, an exchange of hostages held by Hamas in return for Palestinian prisoners held by Israel, a staged Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, a transitional administration led by an international body, and the disarmament of Hamas. President Trump said it could herald a new chapter of security, peace and prosperity for the entire region, possibly for eternity. The proposed transitional government in Gaza will be led by an international body called the Board of Peace, chaired by the US President and with other global statesmen involved.
One of the people that wants to be on the board is the UK former Prime Minister, Tony Blair, good man, very good man, and some others.
Sir Tony said the proposal was a bold and intelligent plan, which, if agreed, could end the war and bring immediate relief to Gaza. Benjamin Netanyahu.
That note brings us to the end of our midday news, but before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. Zambia NGO Wash Forum warns budget shortfall threatens universal access goals. Senior Chief Muchinda sanctions land title verification in his chiefdom. Hambaba to lead Zambia officials in FIFA World Cup qualifier. Thank you so much for watching. A pleasant viewing.